Okay, Most High Christ. A Shalom Israel. I'm priest and officer of 1,000 officer of war to my right.
Priest and officer of 500 Mathumyad.
And we're joined by priest and officer of 1,000 officer I.S.U.P.K. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Philadelphia Sabbath service. I.S.U.P.K. was started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K. has been bringing out the truth of the scriptures. We've been bringing out the truth of the scriptures that so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Indians are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the chosen people of God, the biblical and ethnic Jews. Again, this is I.S.U.P.K. Philadelphia. We'd like to start the class by saluting all the Adawanim, all the men of Israel, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, and salute all the Akwati and all the sisters, Yahweh Shema Alatah by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat. Right, so we'll get the Sabbath service started. The men up here, imagine. Roll the shofar. We'd like to call up the third priest. You could say bye, Hayah. Step forward, present thyself, state that registry.
Hayah, Hayah, Bon Banyam, Banyam,
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
Oh no, we got to do that. Yeah, we get that.
Most High Christ, appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, share the class. You know what I mean? Spread this truth out as much as you can. Again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean? The Sabbath service is a excellent, you know what I mean, convocation that the Lord gave us. You know what I mean? To observe every 7th day of the week. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's important we tune in if we can't make it to the class. All right. I mean, do this for the nation of Israel. We got the, you know what I mean, the feast day coming up, which is tomorrow. Feast of dedication. Let's get out of hand. Feast of dedication tomorrow. You know what I mean? We're going to celebrate us overcoming our enemies and not doing away with the law or doing away with what the Most High, you know what I mean, gave to us. You know what I mean? Not cowering to our enemies. Salaki Ayu.
That's right. Most High Christ. Shofar. Wine. Shofar first, right? Shofar.
Come.
Chalice, local chalice.
Like SHALAM, which means to Israel.
Appreciate you. Come.
And Magam, which means to stand, Wasa, Wapanya, Hakwadam, and turn and face the east. We'll send up the prayers.
Lord's Prayer in English. Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim. Padah.
Hayah.
Simcha. Yahweh.
Malakuvka.
Aba'ah.
Tzedakah.
Hayah.
I.S.U.P.K.
Ratazah.
War.
Hayah.
Hashemayim.
Thundernow.
Lacham.
Lacham.
Cow.
Yawon.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth
Thy will be done in
as
earth
it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts
Forgive us our
as we
debts
forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our
And
debtors.
lead us not
And lead us
into
not
temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom
thine is the
and
kingdom
the power
and the power
and the glory
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. Pray for the cock in the Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Baba Kushah.
Baba Kushah.
Atanana.
Atanana.
Hakak.
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 Darapa'ah.
Darapa'ah.
Karamakala.
Karamakala.
Karamanawa.
Karamakala.
Hakak. Latahor.
Latahor.
Hamatazariah.
Hamatazariah.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwayo.
Lahakwayo.
Hamathu.
Hamathu.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Harakawat.
Harakawat.
Hatama Allah.
Hatama Allah.
The guard should.
The guard should.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Wadaman.
Right? The power in English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the
The
power.
power to heal
Power to heal.
all manner of sickness
All manner of
and
sickness.
all manner of disease.
All manner of
The
disease.
power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the
The
leper.
power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
So be it.
Thank you, so be it. It's like it's a prayer for the blessings of Israel in English and it's like in Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanau.
Barak Lanau.
Barak Shabbat.
YAHANNA.
Barak Support.
YAHANNA.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water Amun.
The water of man. Bless Israel in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
In the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you, so be it. The power such a blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Wamayaka Allah.
Wamayaka Allah.
Walahayim.
Walahayim.
Tazab Ya'ah.
Tazabaya.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawak.
Alawak.
Asarani.
Asarani.
Watasayani.
Watasayani.
Yahweh Afwafi.
Wa'akwati.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Wada Amun.
Wada Amun. Our power structure blessings. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander General Yohanan.
Commander General Yohanan.
The general.
The generals.
The captain.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you, so big. Psalms 121 prayer in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Aishah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Alahori.
Alahori.
Ayun.
Mayun.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Aizor.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Samayo.
Samayo.
Wa'aratizah.
Wa'aratizah.
Ayatun.
Ayatun.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Agalka.
Galka.
Ayanawam.
Ayanawam.
Samarka.
Samarka.
Anala'ah.
Anala'ah.
Yanawud.
Yanawud.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Ayashun.
Ayashun.
Sawamor.
Sawamor.
Nasrallah.
Nasrallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Samarka.
Samarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Zalka.
Alga. Yamnika.
Yaminka.
Yawamun.
Yawamun.
Ashamas.
Ashamas.
La'ah. Yakaka. Layarak.
Layarak.
Layalah.
Layalah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Samarka.
Samarka.
Yakara.
Kara.
Yashimor.
Yashimor.
Atnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashimor.
Yashimor.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Wa'aka.
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 Aida.
That was learn.
Right. 121 Psalms in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
Cometh from the Lord.
which made heaven and earth.
Made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
Not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
Yahweh
hand.
is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
So shall not smite thee by
nor
day,
the moon by night.
moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve
from
thee
all evil.
all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Shall preserve thy going
and thy
out.
coming in
Coming in.
from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 prayer in English. It's like in Hebrew. Alhayu.
Alhayu.
Al-Dam Yalka.
Al-Dam Yalka.
Rocks.
Al-Karash.
Al-Tashaqwa.
Al-Tashaqwa.
Al-Kayana.
Al-Yabika.
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 Yahama
Yahama Yawan.
Wa'ash.
Wa'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Yamwa.
Yawayanwa.
Sawadah.
Sawadah.
Wagatur.
Wagatur.
Al-Tasaqwa.
Al-Tasaqwa.
Al-Tasaqawunyaka.
Al-Tasaqawunyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Akawa.
Akhawa.
Wanakakidu.
Wanakakidu.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakor.
Yazakor.
Shum Yasharala.
Shum Yasharala.
Awadah.
Awadah.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Now I test a walk.
Now I test a walk.
Baba.
Baba.
Ikadwa.
Khadwa.
Alyaka.
Alika.
Waya.
Waya.
Rakwa.
Rakwa.
Ahalia.
Aholia.
out of womb. Wagashima Ali. Wagori. Gabor. I'm a wood. I'm a lot. I'm a shop. I'm a shop. As a ball. Gamashabo. Nalawa. I'm mum. I'm a wood. Zarawat. The Salah. I.S.U.P.K. Kamadian. Kasayah. Sara'ah. Ayakim. Benakah. Yaswan. Asamadwa. Bayanda Ara. Ayawud. Amar. Dama. Sayatumwa. Nadayamawa. Ka'ira. Kasabak. Katazak. Mana'ai. Kau Nasiyakumwa. Ashur. Amorwa. Nagirashah. Lanawa. Na'awa. Alahayud. Sagatumwa. Galgala. Okwash. Ka'ash. Saba'ira Ya'iru. Haba. Harayud. The Radatma, that's Africa. Wabasat, Wapaka, Wabahalun, Mala'at, Kunyahum, Kualawood, Wagabakwashwa, Sumka, Yahawah, Bashwa, Wagabahalwa, Wagapaparwa, Wagathur, Sumka, Yahawah, Babaka, Ayawah. Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silent, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O
Be
Yahweh.
not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
They consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thine hidden ones.
They have
They
said,
have said,
come,
come,
and let us cut them
let us
off
cut them off
from being a
from
nation,
being a nation.
that the name of
The
Israel
name of Israel
may be no more
may
remembered.
be no more remembered.
For they have consulted
They
together
have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate
They
against
are
thee.
confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of
The
Edom,
tabernacles of Edom
and the
and
Israelites
the Israelites
of Moab,
of Moab
and the
and
Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabor,
Gabor,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and
and
Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of
with the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They have opened the children of
They have
Lot.
opened the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to
as
Sisera,
to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
as the
Kison,
brook of Kison,
which perished at
which
Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like
Make
Oreb
the nobles like a
and
red.
Laxier.
Laxier.
Yea,
Yea.
all their
All
princes
their princes
as above,
as above,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who
who
said,
said,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to
the
ourselves
houses of the Most High
the house of the Most High
in possession.
in possession.
Oh, my
Oh,
power,
my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
and stubble before the
as a
wind,
fire burneth the
as
wood,
the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame set the
and as
mountains
the
on
flame
fire.
set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
Persecute them
with thy
with
tempest,
thy tempest,
and make them
make
afraid
them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy sword,
Fill their faces with
fill
shame,
their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy
that they may
name.
seek thy name.
Oh,
Oh,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
let them be
let them
confounded
be
and
confounded
in trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name
whose
alone
name alone
is
is
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most
art
High
the Most High
of all the earth.
of all the earth.
Sarge, need to turn. Shabim, you need to be seated. Sign Christ. Saint Christ, we want to thank the Most High for bringing us to another Sabbath day and to another feast of dedication as well, beginning sundown tomorrow. The Sabbath began sundown Friday night, sundown Saturday night is the Sabbath, right? And tomorrow is the dedication. So those of you at home, ask that you do all the requirements for social media. Hit the like, share the class. You understand? And Water for joining in. Somebody highlight everybody in the chat real quick.
Yes.
If you could, Baba Shah. Real quick, the brothers and sisters that's in the class today, Sabbath class, we have the sister Nazamana, right? And slack your sis, we always butcher your name. Yapaya. We have sister Wakaya. We have Sister Just Art and Paint, right? We have Desron. Yeah, Desron. We have Shalom Musa in Christ. We have Hamash One West, Musa in Christ. We have Sister Manaima, and we have Izara Bath. Okay, Musa in Christ. We see us. We have Shara Bath as well, and we have Eugene Miranda and Sister Barth Wana. All right, in Christ. Let's get into the reading. Today we're starting from the book of Numbers in the 3rd chapter and the 37th verse.
I'm gonna start it.
I mean, I can start.
Numbers chapter 3, verse 37 in the Hebrew. Wa'ai madah ya ka tazar sabayah wa'a da naya thum wa ya da thum wa mayum wa mayathara ya thum. Verse 38. Wa ha na yum la punya hamashakan wa quadama la punya athal mawai mazara masha wa'aha run wa'aharon wa ban ya wa marayum mashamaras ma quadash la mashamar Rath Banya Yasharalam Yahazar Quarab Yawamath. Verse 39. Cal Pakwa Wadad Wadia La Wayum Ashar Pakwad Masha Wa Ha Run Al Paya Yahweh La Masha Pa Thumb Cal Zakar Mabun Kadash Wamai La Shanyum Wa I Sharayum Allah Sa. Verse 40. Wa ya Amor Yahweh al Masha Quad al Bakar Zakar Labunya Yasharalam Mabun Kadash wa ma'ai la washa'a ath masapar shamathon. Verse 41. Wa la quada Wala Kwa Kaf Af Hala Wayum La Ya Al Anya Yahweh Thakaf Kal Bakar Babunya Yasharala Wa Af Bahamath La Ya La Ya Halawa Yum Thakaf Ka Kawa Bakawar Baba Hamath Banya Yasharala. Verse 42. Wa Ya Paquad Masha Shor Tezawa Yahweh Athawa Ath Kal Bakar Babunya Yasharala. We use the last verse, right? So
43, yeah.
last verse, verse 43. What? What Yahaya, Cal, Bakawar, Zakar, Bamasa, Par, Shemawath, Mabun, Kadash, Wamaila, La Pa, Wada Yaham, Shanyam, Sharayum, Shalasha, Shabayum, Ma'athayum Sabbath.
That's on Christ. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 3, verse 37. And the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords. Verse 38. But those that encamp before the tabernacle toward the east, even before the tabernacle of the congregation eastward, shall be Moses and Aaron and his sons, keeping the charge of the sanctuary for the charge of the children of Israel. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Verse 39. All that were numbered of the Levite, which Moses and Aaron numbered at the commandment of the Lord, throughout their families, all the males from a month old and upward were 20 and 2,000. Verse 40. And the Lord said unto Moses, number all the firstborn of the males of the children of Israel from a month old and upward, and take the number of their names. Verse 41. And thou shalt take the Levites for me, I am the Lord, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of all the firstlings among the cattle of the children of Israel.
Right. So right there, see, so tribe of Levi was separated from the other tribes. The Lord said the tribe of Levi belonged to him. That's why in the Hebrew, Loyah means joined to me, meaning Levi is joined to the Most High. That's what Levi means. Or lawyer in the Hebrew. That's where you get the word lawyer, because the Levites administered the law. They were the doctors of the law, or the priests of the law. And bring it up to today, because Christ changed the order of the priesthood through Melchizedek. All 12 tribes are now priests and separated.
Right.
You understand? And that's why this job, only the men of the I.S.U.P.K is authorized to teach this Bible. That's why you see those fake Israelite groups, you see they in shambles. One guy that set up himself as a leader, we found out that, he was getting bent over by women. Another guy, we found out he was there wearing his women, his wife's underwear. So a lot of weirdo stuff going on in these different organizations. But in the UPK, the only thing we're known for is the truth.
Wow.
There's no scandals. There's no missing monies. There's no pegging. There's nothing. Just the Bible, unadulterated truth. Commanding General YAHANNA is the leader of the nation of Israel, and that's it.
Right.
That's it. The I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA. That's it. And we teach the Bible. You understand? There's nothing else. It's just straightforward. The unadulterated truth. Just like Christ was the leader and you had the 12 apostles.
Right.
What happened back then? They said that with men that seen Christ and the apostles and was jealous, they tried to go and set up their own thing over some Atomiya. What happened to them? Demon jumped on one cat and tore him to pieces. And we see that happen today where these guys, everyone that jump out to be a leader outside the EPK, they end up getting exposed and embarrassed. So just like we're reading about the tribe of Levi, they were separated from the other firstborns of the nation of Israel. And if you touch what belonged to the Levites, you got destroyed. Just like today, if you touch what belonged to the EPK, you're going to get destroyed. Because we're the ministers of the Most High,
Right.
of the law, of the Bible, of the truth. Read on, Sabbath.
Yes. Verse 42. And Moses numbered, as the Lord commanded him, all the firstborn among the children of Israel. Verse 43. And all the firstborn males by the number of names from a month old and upward of those that were numbered of them were 22,203
You understand? So this was just being done to number the Levites, to separate the Levites from the rest of the tribe. So we needed a head count of Sabbath.
Right.
Because you got to say that, because people say, why would we do the census today? Because at a certain point, when we grew enough to be a nation, the Lord said, all right, there's no more need for a census.
Right.
It is what the number is what it is. That's why we're not, mesmerized or fascinated with numbers today.
Right.
How many members is in the UPK? However much the Lord brought in.
Right.
That's it. That's the answer. All right, continue.
We're back in the Hebrew.
Okay, I was like, Mike, take it. Go ahead.
Yes. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 3, and verse 44. And the Lashwan Kodash. Waya Debar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La Amar. Quack, verse 45. Quack, Ha, Loyam, the Kaf, Kal, Ba Kawar, Ba Banya, Yashrala, Wa'af, Ha Haloyam, Tha Ha, Baha Matham, Waha Yawa, Laya, Ha Loyam, Anya, Yahweh. Verse 46. Wa'af, Pa Do Yaya, Ha Shalasha, Waha Shabayim, Waha Ba'afyam, Ha I Da'yam, I Ha Loyam, Maba Kawar, Banya Yashrala. Verse 47. Wala Kwakwaf, Hamasha, Shakwayam, La Gala, Ba Shakwal, Ha Kodash, Thakwak, I Sharyam, Gara Ha Shakwal. Verse 48. Wana Thatha Ha Kasat, La'a Haran, Wala Bun Yawa, Ha Dawayaya, Ha I Da'yam, Baham. Verse 49. Waya Kwak, Masha Kasat Ha Pada Yawam, Ma'a Ha Da'yam Ayo, Ha Dawayaya, Ha La Wayam. Verse 50. Ma'a Bakawar, Banya Yashrala, La Kwak Af Ha Kasap, Hamasha, Wa Shashayam, Wa Shalom, what's like Wa Shalash, Wa Ala, Ba Shakor, Ha Kodash. That's under the sub. Okay. In the Hebrew. Can you take the English this time?
Come, sorry. Numbers chapter 3, verse 51.
44.
44. Verse 44. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle, and the Levites shall be mine. I am the Lord.
That's pretty self-explanatory. Keep reading.
Come. And for those that are to be redeemed of the 213 of the firstborn of the children of Israel, which are more than the Levites. Verse 47. Thou shalt even take 5 shekels apiece by the pole. After the shekel of the sanctuary shalt thou take them. The shekel is 20 gerahs. Verse 48. And thou shalt give the money wherewith the odd number of them to be redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons. Verse 49. And Moses took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Levites. Verse 50. Of the firstborn of the children of Israel took he the money, 1,365 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary.
So that's pretty self-explanatory. And whatever was sold and redeemed was given to the Levites, meaning the nation took care of the Levites because they couldn't go and work regular jobs.
Right.
You understand? Not like the Christian church today, where your pastor make merchandise of you, where they get all this wealth and buy fancy cars and houses, and you don't see what they do in the community. You understand? But you go on social media, you can see the I.S.U.P.K. Whether you see us or not, we're out there feeding the children of Israel.
Right.
So I'll take up the reading. 51, Sabbath?
Yes.
All right,
51 to Numbers 4 and 6, chapter 4 and verse 6.
There's Numbers 3 and 51, and the last one, Kodash. Wayathan, Masha, At, Kasap, Hapadayam, La'aron, Wala Ban Yawa, Ayel, Kaya, Yahweh, Ka'ashar, Kazawa, Yahweh, Af, Masha. 1:1, Numbers 4, verse 1, and last one, Kodash. Waya the bar, Yahweh, all, Masha, wa all, La'amar, verse 2, Nasha, Af, Wa'ash, Banya, Kwahat, Matha, Wak, Banya, Lawaya, Lamashapa, Kathum, Labaya, Abathum, verse 3, Maban, Shalash Yum, Ana, Wama'ai La, Wa'aid, Bun, Kamashyum, Shana, Call, Ba'a, Lataza, Ba'a, La'aisha Wath, Mala'akaf, Ka, Baha, Bahol, Mawa'aid, verse 4, Za'af, Ibadath, Banya, Kwaha, Kwahath, Ba'ahal, Mawa'aid, Korash, Aquadashium. Okay. So, two more. Two more.
Oh, yeah, and the
Okay,
verse
6.
6. And the verse
Okay,
6.
slap here. Waba'a, Aharon, Wabanyan, Banasai, Hamakan, Hamakana, Waha, War, Dua, Ath, Harakat, Hamasak, Wakasawa, Ka, Ath, Arun, Aidath. Verse 6. Wanath, Noah, Ila, Iwa, Kasawaya, Slakia,
That's correct.
Iwar, Sakash, Sakath. What's that? Sakasha,
Gosh, yeah.
Takash,
Yeah, you're right.
Wapara, Shawa, Parshawa, Slakia, Bagad, Kalayao, Sakala, Malamai, La'a, Washa, Mawa, Badayan.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay,
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 3, and verse 51. And Moses gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons, according to the word of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses.
See, your tithes and offerings is a commandments. That's what you're reading about. The beginning framework for tithes and offerings going to the priest. That's what you're reading about.
Verse 1. This is the book of Numbers, to the 4, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, verse 2, take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi, after their families, by the house of their fathers. Verse 3, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 4, this shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation, about the most holy things.
So, okay, so see, so within the tribe of Levi, there was a particular family, the sons of Kohath. So Kohath must have been a good brother, dedicated brother. So the Most High told Moses, go to Kohath and take his sons. When they get 30 years old, let them work in the temple. And they're going to have a particular office. And your office was ministered by the house of your father.
Right.
So it goes to show you that the Most High is a man of war. So everything is done according to in the masculine spirit.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
You want to go add something to that? Upside about it?
I'm
What we
12.
just read. You 12? There's something coming out?
I'm 12.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And when the camp setteth forward, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of testimony with it. Verse 6. And shall put thereon the covering of badger skins, and shall spread over it a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put in the staves thereof.
Continue.
When we read in the Hebrew,
No, that was it?
that was it.
Okay. So you can wait for something coming out. Actually, I'm going to swap you out for Konya so you can go back on Shimon.
Oh, right. Right now?
All right, that's what you want to do. You know, do one more reading so we can get through it fast.
Yes. Is
Hey,
it my
Shimon,
turn? Who just read?
it's off to come here.
Oh, Officer, come on, sir.
But we want to grab the next 7. And then we'll switch after you do that. If okay.
I think it's on you. Whenever you get set up.
But you want
Come,
to do his 7 and then you do it after?
Yeah.
Okay, no, sir.
Come. This is a book of Numbers, chapter 4, verse 7 in the Hebrew. Wa'al, Shalah, Hapun, Hapunya, Hapunyum, Yapara, Shawa, God, the cow, the calaf, wana, the nawa, al yawa, as, hakwa I, ra, wa hakan, hakat, hakabaf, wa hama na yaf, wa Washa Wath Hanasad Wala Ka Walakum Hatha Mayab Al Yawad Yahaya, verse 8. Wapa Rashawa Al Yahum, God Sawa La'ith Shanya Wakasawa Thawa Bama Kasa I wore Thakash Washamawa Mashamawa Yawa, verse 9. Walakwa Kawa, God, the Kalath, wa Kasawa, Ath, Manara, Hama'a, War, wa Ath, Nara, the Ya, wa Ath, Malakwa, Kaya, wa Ath, Maka, Thaya, wa Ath, Kalia, Shamaya, Shamana, Ashar, Yashar, Rathawa, La'a, Sagala, Bahum, verse 10. Wana Nawa, Atha, wa Kal, Kalaya, Al Makasa, Al Iwar, the Kash, Wana Thawa, Wana Thanawa, Al Hamawas, Hamawat, verse 11. Wa Al Mazabak, Hazab, Rashawa, God, the Kalaf, wa Kasawa, Thawa, Makasa, Al Iwar, the Kash, wa Shamawa, Ath, the Yahwa, verse 12. Last verse, I believe, 2, right?
Verse 13.
Verse 13. Wa la Kwa Hath Kalia, Hasharath, Shor, Yashara, Thawa, Bun, Bakwadash, wa Nathanawa, Al, Baga, the Kalath, Waba Sawa, Watham, Bama Kasa, I the Kash, Wana, the Nawa, Al Hamawa, Hamawata, Hamawat. Verse 13, last verse. Wa da Shanawa, Ath Hamazaba, Hamazabak, Wapar Shawa, Al Yawa, Bagad, Arab Gamam.
Most on Christ. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 4, and verse 7. And upon the table of showbread, they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes and the spoons and the bowls and the covers to cover withal the continual bread shall be thereon. Verse 8. And they shall spread them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with the covering of badger skins, and shall put in the staves thereof. Verse 9. And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the candlestick of the light, and the lamps, and the tongs, and his snuff dishes, and all the oil vessels wherewith they minister unto it. Verse 10. And they shall put it and all the vessels whereof within a covering of badger skins, and shall put it upon a bar. Verse 11. And upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of badger skins, and shall put to the staves thereof. Verse 12. And they shall take all the instruments of ministry wherewith they minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of badger skins, and shall put them on a bar.
So basically what you're reading is process and procedures. The things that are used for the minister of the office is everything you see in the altar right here. The candlesticks, it's talking about the menorah. You got the incense burners, you understand? You got the calf's foot, used as a teaching tool to show you what a cloven foot animal look like. You understand? You have the chalices, we have the yahan, the wine, we got the oil on the altar.
Right.
Other precept you see hurt, not the oil or the wine.
Right.
Now that's how you know that's talking about the priesthood.
Right.
You understand? And the other, we got the menorah, the law, the Torah. You understand? Right. And then you have the priests.
Right.
You got the chalices, you pour the wine in. So that's what we're reading about. And it was certain process and procedures.
Right.
You understand? And the procedure was the process was to get these different fabrics in different leathers, skins, right. And the procedure was the covering, right. And the tools you use. That's what you're reading. So everything we're reading about in the book of Leviticus, Numbers, is mostly for the priesthood.
Right.
The laws, how they be administered, and the office of the priest. So I know it sounds tedious to you, but just pay attention. It's just the Most High telling Moses and Aaron and the sons of Levi how to set up the office of the priest. That's what you're reading about. Basically, which was how to set up a government. You understand? Today you read about the Senate and the Congress and right. The House of Representatives and all that. That's you reading about the government of the oppressor. Well, when you're reading the Bible, you're reading about the government of Israel.
Right.
And at that time, the priests were the government because they administered the law of Sabbath.
Right.
That's why they couldn't have jobs, just like the senators don't have jobs. So you wonder how they got so much money when the job only pay $100,000 a year. And their net worth is $30 million as a senator. To show you how corrupt the system is. You understand? But when you read in the Bible, you paid that the tithes and offerings is how the Levites got paid.
Right.
You understand? And as long as we took care of the priests and followed the laws of the Most High, the entire nation was blessed.
Right.
Did we have the poor amongst us? Yes, we had the less fortunate. But within our laws, right. We had provisions for that. Officer Matamiyad says if you find your brother falling into decay, you're supposed to help him. You know, the feast days. Usually, I would submit a budget, but I was told that go to the brothers. So I went to the brothers, and all the brothers came through. Officer Mathamiya donated, Officer I.B.A donated, Officer Trooper Aquania donated. I even have the receipts in my pocket to show how much, and I even had to go above and beyond what was given, but it was all in the duties and office of the priest. So I think it's just it's a very big undertaking to be a priest of the Lord. People see us on the street, Officer, but I think that's all we do. Go get a job. This is our job. So that's what you're reading about when you read these precepts. There's a process and procedures of setting up the government and the priesthood and the office of the priest. All right, is there more now to say about it?
Yes, one more verse. Verse 13. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar and spread a purple cloth thereon.
Okay, so now you have the incense burner. So when you emptied out the ashes of the incense, and then you just put a purple cloth over it. So pretty straightforward what we're reading. Don't require no deep breakdown or understanding, but just explain that what you're hearing is we setting up the office. So you should be reading along at home. Even though you're online, you're supposed to have your sword with you or your phone with a Bible app on it pulled up so you could read along, so you could get what it's saying. What are we reading about? How to set up a government. This is not a church group. This is not a biker gang. We are literally building a government within a government. America is the government, and we have the government of Israel. You understand? The Israelites. Just like in the time of Egypt, we was a nation within a nation. Now that the Lord is about to roll on this place, he wants us to get our act together.
Right.
We have to come together. So, if you could real quick, get me Zephaniah 2:1 real quick. This is the mandate in 2025. And it's been the mandate since the time of Moses, since the time of Christ, even in 2025, the I.S.U.P.K. Read it when you got it.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Come together, the nation not desired. When you turn on the evening news, who's the nation not desired? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Whether you're from Venezuela, Argentina, Honduras, Paraguay, Uruguay, Colombia, Chile, right? Mexico, right. You're under attack. From the tribe of Levi, right? We're reading about the Levites, which are called the Haitians today. Their whole island is in turmoil. Even their own brothers is against them, right? They try to go flee and go to the Dominican Republic, and now they're adopting the oppressor's way here in America, and they're deporting the Haitians back to Haiti. You got Africans, Hamites, in Haiti with machine guns. But the Lord is telling us the edict is gather yourself. We got to come together. We have no choice. Meaning in 2025, you got to put aside your petty beefs. Yes, you are Levite, but you belong to the nation of Israel. Yes, you are Judite, but you belong to the nation of Israel. You can't run around, I'm only a Judite only. The Lord is not only looking for the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You understand? Guess what? That fight we talking about today, guess when it happened? It happened in the past. Oversight by Babu Kashar, sir. If you could, get me Romans 9:24.
Yes.
Read that again, Officer Mathamiya.
Kashar. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Zephaniah had to tell us, come together, Aquania. Why? Because we're separated as a nation. So the prophets back then told us, gather together, meaning we got to come together in 2025. This whole nation got to come together. Why? Because we've always been separated. We have Romans oversight by Romans 9:24. Guess what? In Romans 9:24, there's a conversation between Peter and Paul. You right? Read it, Baba Kashar.
This is the book of Romans, the 9 and verse 24. Even us, whom he hath called.
Read that again.
Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
Read it with the correct word, if you could. Judah. Read instead of Jew, read Judah.
Okay.
Again.
Even us, whom he have called, not of Judah only, but also of the Gentiles.
That's what Paul was saying. Or was that Badaya?
Right.
That's why Paul had to tell Peter. Why? Because back then, Christ came to Jerusalem. And who was in Jerusalem? It was only Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The other 11 tribes was carried away into Assyria.
Right.
So they were called Gentiles.
Right.
So Paul and Peter is talking because, remember, Paul is the apostle of Gentiles. And that's what the Christian church don't understand. They hear that word Gentiles, they think it's heathen. Gentile has no ethnicity to it. It's a term.
Right.
So these Israelites were cast off, right? They were living as Gentiles. So Paul came and was telling Peter, Peter was a Judite. Not of the Judas only, not only you, Judah, but the rest of us Israelites. And when you read in 11, he says what? Tell me, if you can get me Romans 11 and 3 real quick. See what, let's repeat. Yeah, Romans 11 3.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 3. Lord, they have killed thy prophets.
Hold on. Give me verse 2 now. What it says.
Verse 2. God hath not cast away his people which he first foreknew. What not? What the scriptures say.
Give me verse 1.
Come. Verse 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
So Paul had to state his registry. You see how the conversation makes sense? From 9 to 11, it shows you what the conversation is about. In verse 9 and 24, he's telling Peter, not only you, Judah, but us Gentiles. But then in 11 and 1, it lets you know who those Gentiles Paul was talking about. The tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of I.S.U.P.K, Naphtali. You understand? Zebulon. So when Officer Mathamiah read in Zephaniah, let's come together. Because today we got these, we only represent where we come from. I'm West Indian, so I'm only rocking with the West Indians. Now, how the proof of that is what they have in 2025. What's the terminology? FBA.
I was about to say.
FBA and ADOS. FBA and ADOS, right? And FBA, I think it was COINTELPRO. It was a program started by the government to separate the nation of Israel because they see the strides the UPK is making, uniting the tribes, and because they wanted to separate us, so when they roll on Issachar, that the Negroes would just stand back and say, hey, that ain't our problem. But we see what ICE did in Chicago when they started grabbing Judites and locking them up and asking for their papers. Then now we can see that, wait a minute, whoa. This is not a war on immigration. This is a war on the 12 tribes of Israel. They just use different names for this war.
Right.
So that's why we're reading in Zephaniah. We got to come together, man. We got in unity, there's strength. This 12 tribes must unite for Christ to return.
Right.
The prophecy is already written. The time that it takes place is up to us. So as long as you keep separating yourself in these stupid identities, FBA, ADOS, right? Puerto Rican, Latino, Hispanic, Native Indian, Blackfoot, Choctaw, and all these names. What is a Choctaw? The Lord didn't name you Choctaw.
Right.
The Lord named you Gad.
Right.
What is a Blackfoot? The Lord didn't name you Blackfoot. He named you Reuben.
Right.
The firstborn of our father Israel, Jacob.
Right.
You understand? These are the names that we have to return, and that's why we're reading the history, the law, reading about the Levites setting up the government. So what we just read to show you that even back then, Paul and Peter had to get it together.
Right.
Eventually they did. Because what happened after Christ left the scene, the apostles forgot the mission. And they had to remember, oh, okay, that's the mission. We ain't just going to be teaching to the choir, only to the Judites here in Jerusalem. We got to go get our brothers and sisters.
Right.
We got to go get our brothers and sisters. And that's what Commander General YAHANNA have us doing in 2025. The men of the I.S.U.P.K, that's why we're on those street corners. We're not locked away in this building. No, we go into the streets because that's where our people is walking up and down in the city in these slaveries. And like the scripture prophesied, when they're walking, they're going to hear a word behind them.
Right.
Let me get that precept real quick. People don't even understand why we do street teaching, that it was all set up by the Most High. Most High even made fun of it and called it the foolishness of preaching. Because to you, it looked foolish.
Right.
And to a government with F-16 fighter jets, it looked foolish. Like, you think your words is going to destroy America? The truth always destroy a lie, because America is built on lies.
Right.
Hold on, let me bring on a precept. Officer by, if you could, Baba Kashah, give me this precept real quick. Isaiah 30 and 21. Check this out, Aquana, y'all. How do you hear the truth? You heard it on the street?
I heard it on YouTube.
On YouTube, right? Well, the YouTube streets. But check this out. It was prophesied in the scriptures that we be teaching on the streets.
This book of Isaiah, so 30 and verse 21.
Check this out.
And thine ears shall
And thy what?
and thine ears
And thine ears, read,
shall hear a word behind thee.
shall hear a what?
Hear a word behind thee.
Officer Mathumya, when they're walking down the street,
Right.
they hear the word behind them. Your voice travel when we're on the podiums on Broader Market and we're teaching. Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians are the real Jews according to the Bible. It echoes. And they hear the word behind them. Read on.
Say, this is the way.
The I.S.U.P.K is the way. Returning to your identity is the way. Read again from the top. To drive home the point.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee. What's that word? The truth of the Bible. Read on.
Saying, this is the way.
Return to your identity. The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel are blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Read on.
Walk ye in it.
Walk in the laws of the Most High. This is the way you should walk. Read on.
When ye turn to the right hand, or when ye turn to the left.
You understand? Whichever way you're going in life, keep the commandments. That's what it's saying. So we got to come together. That's what this is about. So yes, read it, follow along at home. Reading about the priesthood is very important because you're reading about the formulation of our government. How are we going to form a government? Are we going to vote our way out of slavery, Officer Biden? If America was to get destroyed tomorrow, what are we going to do as black people? Going to go to the black Christian pastor? He's going to be crying over his Rolls Royce that just got a bomb dropped on it in Philadelphia. That's what he's going to be crying about. Or he's going to be locked up in jail for SA. That's what your black Christian pastor is going to be. The oppressor is going to be in confusion because they're going to turn on each other. How we know that? It was prophesied. The Most High said he shall feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. So guess what? White on white crime, baby. White on white crime is going to be in the streets of America. It's already started.
Shout out to Charlie Kirk.
Right, Charlie Kirk, Most High in Christ. Peace with them, y'all. You understand? School shootings. Those are always in segregated schools. Blacks and Latinos are not in those schools. And when it's in our schools, it's still perpetrated by the oppressor. So the Most High said he's going to feed them with their own flesh. But what we need to do while all that the prophecy is being fulfilled, we need to come into these classes, tune in online or physically. When they shut down the internet, what are you going to do? Get in a habit of walking through these doors if you can. Because guess what? Not everybody can walk through these doors.
Right.
I don't listen, not for one single second do I take my position for granted.
Right.
I love my family. None of them is in the truth. Well, my extended family, my wife and but my wife and I, that's my family. I implore my children to come, but they're on the peripherals. I won't, throw them under the bus. But to walk through these doors, man, it's a gift and a blessing. The Bible described the truth as precious rubies.
Right.
What's a precious ruby and stone? Diamonds. Everybody want bling, right? Everybody want gold, how hard it is to get. That's what the scripture says about wisdom. And where the wisdom is in the I.S.U.P.K. And don't take it for granted. You're watching online when you think you could walk through these doors. The Lord got to have mercy on you. You know how many times I planned to come to the UPK when I was watching online? I'm sure Trooper Aquania could say the same thing. Officer Batumia could say that. I remember going to train and seeing Officer Batumia. He was on the side. But at least the Lord was bringing them there. But it's your time come in. But you can't just walk up in here, Officer Ibad. The Lord got to have mercy on you.
Right.
So don't think it's just you seen online and, when I'm ready, I'll go in. No. You got to want it. And the Lord got to have mercy on you.
Right.
This is a very special place.
Right.
Just like how we're reading about the Levite. The sons of Kohath was the one that was given that task.
Right.
Out of the sons of Levi. So there's rank and everything. That's what we just read.
Right.
If you really checked it out, the Levites were supposed to be the priests, but within the Levites, you still had men that was elevated within the tribe of Levi.
Right.
And that was the sons of Kohath, right? We just read it.
Right.
You understand? How much more we got to go? So I want to belabor the point, but I was just showing you the government and how it's important for these classes, man. Don't take it for granted. Yes, it seems tedious reading about the priests and the process and procedures, but that's what it is, process and procedures.
Right.
I think there's a cable channel that showed you what goes on in Esau's government. What is it called? C-SPAN? C-SPAN, right? Yeah, C-SPAN. There's a channel dedicated to see process and procedures of Esau's government. But when you tune into these UPK classes, particularly the Sabbath service, that's what you're going to get, process and procedures. You're going to hear about our history, what happened. As a matter of fact, we have different classes through the week. Do you realize the Sabbath service is all of those in one class? Officer Batumia? Officer Ibad? Check this out, right? The Sabbath service. You get brotherhood. You get history. You get the law. All in the Sabbath service. You get all 5 days roll into one class. That's the Sabbath service. Because Tuesday we had the brotherhood precinct officer Quarter Zachariah. But that's brotherhood on Tuesday. But in the Sabbath service, you get all of them on one day. You understand? So that's why it's important to tune into this. If you miss Tuesday class, you come here and get brotherhood. Because guess what Zephaniah 2:1 is? That's a brotherhood precept.
Mm-hmm.
When we just read about Romans 9:24, that's another brotherhood precept. You might say, how's that brotherhood precept? It's showing you that Peter and Paul were brothers hashing out a disagreement.
Right.
And Peter went to Paul, and Paul went to Peter, between him and thee alone, like Christ told him to do in Matthew's the 18th chapter, the 5th verse.
Right.
15th verse. You understand? So it's important to tune into these Sabbath service. So we're gonna go back into the reading. Was that it on that? Ibad?
We back in the Hebrew con.
Okay, so let's go.
This is the book of Numbers, to the 4 and verse 14. Why Nathunwa, Al-Yuwa, Kal-Yuwa, Ashar, Yasharathwa, Al-Yuwa, Baham, Hama, Thaf, Hama, Zor, Gath, Wa'af, Ha, Yam, Wa'af, Hama, Zarakta, Kaya, Hama, Zabath, Wapa, Rashwa, Al-Yuwa, Kasawaya, Al-War, Kash, Wash, Shamwa, Ba-do-Yawa. Verse 15. Wa Kala, Haran, Wa Bun Yawa, La Ka Thaf, Ha Quadash, Wa Af Kal Ya, Ha Quadash, Ba Nasai, Hama Khana, Wa Akharya Khan, Ya Ba Awa, Banya, Kwa Hath, La Sha'af, Wa La'a, Ya Gaiwa Io Ha Kodash Ha Mathwa Allah Masha'a Banya Wa Hath Ba'aho Ma'wa'id, verse 16. Wana Kodath Al La'izar Bun Haran Ha Kahan Shaman Ha Ma'awar Wa Kwata Rath Ha Sam Wa Yum Wama Naktha Ha Tha Ma Yad Wa Shaman Ha Ma Shamka Ha Kwadath Kau Ha Ma Shakan Wakal Ashar Bawa Ba Kwadash Ba Wa Ba Kal Yawa. Verse 17. Waya Dabar Yahweh Al Masha Wa Al Aharon La Amar. Verse 18. Al Tha Ko Kara Yahweh Af Shabbat Masha Paktha Ha Kwa Hathya Matha Wak Hala William. Verse 19. Waza Af Aishawa Laham Wacha Yawa Wala'a Yamahwa Bagashtham Af Kodash Ha Dashyam Aharan Ba Wa Ban Yawa Ya Ba'awa Wa Shem Wa A Watham Ayash Al I Badath Wa Al Masha'awa. Verse 20. Wala'a Ya Ba'awa La Ra Awa Kaba Lai Ha Gadash Wa Mahwa. That's the end of the
Christ.
I'm gonna take
Hebrew
it.
Public Show.
Book of Numbers, chapter 4, verse 14 in English. And they shall put upon it all the vessels thereof, wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flesh hooks, and the shovels, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar, and they shall spread upon it a covering of badger skins, and put to the staves of it. Verse 15. And when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is to set forward, after that the sons of Korah shall come to bear, but they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation.
So you see that? That was the office of the sons of Kohath.
Right.
That was a very important job. And even though they carrying the tabernacle, they couldn't touch the holy things inside of it.
Right.
Or they would drop dead.
Right.
You understand? And the stave is a staff. You read about a stave. This is what a stave would be. You understand when you read about stave? Read on.
Verse 16. And to the office of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, pertaineth the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily meat offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and of all that therein is, in the sanctuary and in the vessels thereof. Verse 17. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Cut ye not off the tribe of the families of the Kohathites from among the Levites, but thus do unto them, that they may live and not die. When they approach unto the most holy things, Aaron and his sons shall go in and appoint them every one to his service and to his burden. Verse 20. But they shall not go in to see when the holy things are covered, lest they die.
So burden basically just means their job.
Right.
You understand? Whatever you're tasked with is considered a burden. You understand? So, and I was talking earlier, the brother Eugene, he said, Eugene said he's praying with us, Sister Bartwana said, right, I am Stan Pete, said Shalom. Eugene said, yeah, return. We got to come together. Sister Bartwana said, that's right. We got to come together. And this is our history we're reading about. This is our government we're reading about. And it's coming back. Like you see the UPK. Everything you read about, you see us do. We don't talk about it. We're about actions in here. So this is not by happenstance. Everything you're reading about in the scriptures, you can see right before your eyes.
Right.
You're on the internet, you look on the table, what do you see? You see everything we just read, what the priests were tasked to do, you see it today. The candlestick, the menorah. You understand? The ashes, the incense. You understand? The staves. And
Right.
different fabrics that they had.
Right.
All that you could read, you see us doing. We go by the book, basically. They want to call us a cult for it. And they even said that what? I even heard some fake Israelites said that we're radical. And I said, man, that's a compliment. Because I'm radical. You understand? So I love that. That's what attracted me to UPK, being a radical. Christ was, as a matter of fact, Priest and Captain Meshach Mayim brought out a book that says Christ was thought of as a radical.
Right.
What he was saying at that time was radical because the priest was already living on their knees to the Romans.
Right.
They already sold out like black pastors to do today and black celebrities. They already down with the oppressor. You already know that. You understand?
Right.
You see Snoop Dogg will show all this negative image in the black community. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Women ain't nothing but hoes and tricks, right? But he's a whole married man. Talking all that gangster talk, but then he's there singing and dancing and shuffling for Donald Trump in the inauguration. How many black celebrities get exposed? They talk black, but then you go home and look in their bedroom. What they laying down? They sleeping with the enemy. How you want to sleep with the enemy? How could you be pro-black and Christian when the God of Christianity is Caesar Borgias?
Right.
You understand? So we're reading about our history. And so that's all a process of procedure. So we're just going to finish the next set of reading. How many more we got? I'll do for my second set and I've got another third, right?
Yeah.
We're coming up on the time. So we're
Just
just,
so
he's going to do the last seven?
So he's going to do the last.
Okay, come.
In English? Or?
In Hebrew, if we have time.
Psalm.
Okay, so
But I think we should.
I got next seven to do, right? Let me do next seven. So I'm going from 21 to 26.
27.
21 to 27.
It's up to you, Mr. Man.
It's whatever you want, sir.
You cold? You need the heat on?
I'm 12. You know what? When weather's coming later, they might want it to be a little bit warm. So.
Okay.
All right, this is Numbers 4, verse 21. Is that right? 4:21. Right?
Yes.
In the last one, Kadash. Waya Debar, Yahweh, all, Masha, La Omar, verse 22. Nasha, Ath, Ra'ash, Wanya, Garashwan, Gum, Hum, Labayath, Abathum, Lama Shapak, Thum, verse 23. Mabun, Shalashyam, Shana, Wama'ai La, Aid, Bun, Amashayam, Shana, Thapak, Thamapa Quad, Awatham, Kol, Aba'a, Latazaba'a, Tazaba'a, La'aibad, Aibada, Ba'ahol, Mawa'id, verse 24, Za'ath, Aibada, Mashapa, Kath, Hagarash, Naya, La'ibad, Wala Masha, verse 25. Wanash, Wana, Sha, Man, Slakia, Wana, Sha, Awa, Ath, Yara, La'ith, Hamasha, Khan, Ra'ath, Akol, Mawa'id, Maka, Sawa, Wama, Kasa, Hathakash, Ashor, Aila Yuwa, Mala Ma'aila, Wa'ath, Masak, Pathak, Ahol, Ma'ai, Slakia, Mawa'id. Verse 26. Wa'ath, Kwala'ai Ya, Hakataza'a, Slakia, Haka, Slakia, Hakataza, Ra, Wa'ath, Masak, Pathak, Sha'ira, Hakatazara, Slakia, I'm in trouble with this word. Hakatazara, Ashar, Ail, Hamasha Khan, Wa'ail, Hamazakath, Sabayab, Wa'ath, Mayatharayahum, Wa'ath, Kol, Kalaya, Ibadathum, Wa'ath, Kol, Ashar, Aisha, Lahum, Wa'ai, Badwa, verse 7, Ail, Aya, Aaron, Wabanayan, Fahaka, Faya, Kol, Badath, Banya, Hagarash, Naya, Lakol, Masha'am, Walakol, Ibadathum, Wapa, Quadathum, Ilahum, Bamasha, Morath, Ath, Kol, Masha'am.
That's our quest. I'll take it in English. This is the book of Numbers, the 4 and verse 21. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 22, take also the sum of the sons of Gershon throughout the houses of their fathers by their families. Verse 23, from 30 years old and upward until 50 years old shalt thou number them, all that enter to perform the service to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 24, this is the service of the families of the Gergeshites, to serve and for burdens. Verse 25, and they shall bear the curtains of the tabernacle and the tabernacle of the congregation, his covering and the covering of the badger skins that is above it, that is upon it, and the hangings for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 26, and the hangings of the court and the hangings for the door of the gate of the court, which is the tabernacle, and by the altar round about, in their cords, and all the instruments of their service, and all that is made for them, so shall they serve. Verse 27, at the appointment of Aaron and his sons shall all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, and all their burdens, and all their service, and ye shall appoint unto them in charge all their burdens. That was
Okay, that's it. So basically, that's the process and procedures. It's basically self-explanatory. So, Trooper Quania, we're gonna call you up. Say bye.
yes.
And up here, mind you. Present thyself, state thy registry.
Super Qualia. Yashara.
Bonya Howard,
Bonya Howard.
Bonya Shalom.
Bonya
Akwanaya, Banya Howada, Banya Shalom.
Y'all.
How much give me out of shot, bro?
Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, Shabbat. 1 second. Yeah, you got it.
Book of Numbers, chapter 4, verse 28 in the Hebrew. Za'af, Ibadah, Masha, Pakaf, Banya, Haga, Rashamya, Ba'a, How, Mawa'ai, Mawa, Wama, Sha, Marathon, Bayat, Ayatamar, Bun, Aharon, verse 29, Banya, Mara, Raya, Lama, Shapa, Thum, La Bayat, Abathum, Ma, the Pa Koda, the Pa Kwa, no Quad, Athum,
Tapaquad.
yeah, come. Abaquad, Athum, verse 30. Mabun, Shala, Piyum, Shana, Ma, Wamai, La, Wahai, Bun, Kama, Shayum, Shana, the Pa Kodum, Cow, Abun, Abba, Haba'a, La Tizar, Ba'a, La Ai, Ba, Al, Sab'a, I Bada, I Sab'a, Aha, Mawa, I Mawai, verse 31. Waza'af, Ma Shama, Raf, Ma Sha'am, Ma Sha'am, Wakal, I Bada, Thum, Ba'a, How, Mawa, I, Wa Shia, Ma Shikun, Ma Waba Raya, Ka Yawa, Wa Wa the Yawa, Wa the Dun Yawa, verse 32. Wa Wa the Ya, Akatazar, Sabaya, Wa the Naya, Wa Ya the Thum, Wa Ma Ya the Raya, Lakal, Kal Ya Walakal, I Bada Thum, Waba Shayab, Waba Shamath, the Pa Koda, the Pa Kodawa, Af Kalia, Masha Marath, Masha'am, 33. Za'af Ibadah, Masha Hakath, Banya, Mara, Raya, La Kal, Ibadatham, Ba'a, Mawa'id, Bayat, Bayat, Ayatham, Ayathamar, Khan, Aharun, Akahan, verse 34, Wa Yapakat, Masha, Wa Aharan, Wa Na Shayat Aya, Aida, Kanya, Hakwa, Hathyu, Wa Masha, Hatham, Wa La Bayath, Abatham. That's 35. Okay.
Okay, most in Christ. So verse 34 says, Masha, Moses, Wahatharon, and Aaron, Moses and Aaron. And it says, and the chief of the congregation. So that's good to tune into the Hebrew class on Friday nights with Officer Marah. But any city, I.S.U.P.K, tune in Friday nights for the Lashon Kodash class. You understand? So when we're reading along, I'm not fluent in Hebrew, but at least I tuning in. There's certain key phrases I understood, you know. You all should know what Kahan is. Kahan Yom, that's the priest. Kahan is priest. You understand? So that's priest. We gotta do the English. Kwani, we started opposite Damiyad. Where did you start?
Start at verse, I think 27.
27. All right, so 4 and 27.
The book of Numbers, chapter 4, and verse 7, verse 27. So, at the appointment of Aaron and his sons shall be all the services of the sons of Gershonites, in all their burdens and in all their services, and ye shall appoint unto them in charge all their burdens. Verse 28. This is the service of the families of the sons of the Gershons in the tabernacles of the congregation, and their charges shall be unto their charge. The charge shall be under the hand of the Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, the priest.
So now we read earlier about, right, the Kohanites, right, or the house of Kahan, the Kohoshanites, right? We read about that brother. So now we're reading about the Gershonites, another Levites, and they're going to be under another one of Aaron's sons. So one of Aaron's sons was over the other office or duty in charge, and they worked under him. Now another one of Aaron's sons is in charge of another department, and the Gershonites are going to work under him. You understand? Everything in its order, in its office, in the truth. Just like we have here in the UPK. You have different officers over different departments. You understand? Officer Matamiad is in charge of Trenton. Officer Ibad Hayah, you know, he's the officer over everything. I guess, you know, he's over everything, you know. He's a very humble brother, but he's over everything. You know, he helps our Captain Shapar on Sundays, and I work under him with Captain Shapar. Whatever officer Ibad tell me to do, I do it. You understand? In the spirit of the Most High in Christ, you know. You know, I love that brother, you know what I'm saying? Because I know all his orders are going to be righteous and in order. Right? So that's what we're reading about. Continue.
Verse 29. As for the sons of Merari, thou shalt number them after their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their what?
Fathers.
See, that's how you determine your birthright, according to your father. That's it. We ain't got to go back and forth. Self-explanatory. Read on.
Verse 30. from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old shalt thou number them. Everyone that entereth into the service to do work of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Everybody get an office. So, Trooper Kwanian studying to be a priest. And he's going to find his office where he could come and do work. See that? This nation is about work. You don't come in here and get comfortable. I notice in the Christian church, you just go in, all you got to do is just go in and sit down, have your Bible, offer some thumb yard. In the Christian church, you just sit down and just pastor run his mouth and they just give him all his money and that's it. Christ said the harvest is plenteous and the laborers are few, meaning come in here and do this work. And the work is the nation of Israel. We work for our people. Our people don't work for us. We don't sit back and they send us money and we floss. No, we take our own money and we go out there and help the people. Which is in the law for you to pay your tithes and offering. But we do what the Lord says. Read on.
Verse 31. And this is the charge of their burden.
The charge of their duties or their office. Read on.
According to all their services in the tabernacles of the congregation, the boards of the tabernacle and the boards thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof. Verse 32. And the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords, with all their instruments, and with all their services. And by their names ye shall reckon the instruments of their charges of the burdens. Verse 33. This is the service of the families of Merah, according to all their service, and in the tabernacles of the congregation under the hand of the Ithamars, the son of Aaron, the priest. Verse 34. And Moses and Aaron, and the chief of the congregation numbered the sons of the Kohathites after their families and after the house of their fathers.
See that? So they were different. So you see that? It was Moses, one rank. Then you had Aaron, another rank. And then the sons of Aaron, 3 sons. We read about Eleazar, right? Who was the other one of his sons? And then we read about the other sons, Merari. So those 3 sons of Aaron, they was in charge of 3 other brothers. You understand? That did a certain duty in the temple. One of them, when we read, they took care of the altar. Another one took care of the perimeters where they set up the posts and the pillars and did all that. Then another son had an office to do whatever, just like in here. The same thing. Caretaker department, you understand? The brother in charge of communications or whatever office, whatever you need to run a government, that's what we have here in the UPK, and we're reading about it, that our forefathers did the same exact thing. You understand? So that we're just going to bring the service to a close. Is there any questions in the chat, Officer Ibad? Anything you want to bring up, Officer Matamiyat? Officer Ibad, anything you want to add? All right, so any questions? No questions online? All right, so with that, we're going to bring the service to a close. The water for our viewing audience for tuning in. Remember, tomorrow sundown is a feast of dedication. Report to your nearest I.S.U.P.K school in whatever city you're watching from. Go in the building, man. Bring a dish. It's a party. It's a party sanctioned by the Most High. You want to go to a party? This is a party, a celebration, a dedication set up by the Most High. As long as it's in honor of the Most High, you could go and rock out. You understand? The Lord, we rededicated the temple. We're reclaiming our culture. That's what we're doing. So the same energy you used to give to the oppressor and his pagan holidays, take that same energy and apply it here in Israel. Don't come in here and then all of a sudden now you're a square. Now come in here and ball out. Bring a dish. We're going to have mad food in here. You understand? We're going to read about our history, celebrate our forefathers, and then guess what? What we're doing now is going to be written about. In the time of the kingdom of Babylon, the books are going to be written. In the second Babylon, in the second Egypt, the books about America. You understand? You're going to read about the great Ibad Hayah. You're going to read about Officer Mathumyad, about the Sabbath service and the office of the priest and what office he did. You understand? You're going to hear about, hopefully the Lord allow, hear about Officer Howard and what he did in the Sabbath service and the office of the priesthood. But we write those books by doing history, by doing it. We're reading about those brothers because guess what? They did the work. They did the work. And the scribes recorded it. So guess what? The angels are recording it. The angels are recording what we do. And the scripture says it's going to bring every work into the forefront. So we're not going to belabor the point. The water for joining us. It was a beautiful Sabbath service, if I must say so. I enjoyed being here with y'all. So the men up here, I give. Let me out if you could. Chalice. All right. You taking any medication, anything that you can't drink the yayan? Okay. Let me make sure and check, Who with the yayan? So I don't know that. You cool with me, yayan? All right. Turn to it.
Say YAHANNA,
YAHANNA,
which means to Israel.
Say La Yasharal.
YAHANNA, which means to Israel.
Lose your phone one more time, Baba Kasha. All right, we're going to salute the Torah. Men of Israel, I imagine them to salute the Torah.
Turn.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barak Yah.
So we tell me how to take it so he can salute it.
Oh, yes,
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barak Yah.
You gotta smack your chest.
I mean, we still do the same thing.
Imagine Shabbat, right? Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barak Yah.
And you go down and come around.
One more time. Support.
Yeah, one more time. Imagine Wasar Wapanya Hakodam. Stand, turn, and face the east.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Sodah.
Hayah.
Hayah. Shem-Ka.
Shem-Ka.
Yahweh. Malakavka. Taba'ah. Batazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratasa. Kawah. Ayud. Bashamayim. Filmanau. Wakum. Ka. Yabum. Wasalaknau. Kabawafnau. Wasalaknau. Kabawatinau. Wala'ah. Tabi'anawa. Banasai Abun. Ball. I was shining. Ayud. Rock. Ayud. Baka. Malakwa. Ba'ala. Ratapara. Bible Woman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy
Thy
name.
kingdom come,
Thy kingdom
thy
come,
will be done in
thy
earth
will be done
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread,
daily bread,
and forgive us our debts
because of our debts.
as we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debts,
And lead us not
and lead us not
into
into
temptation,
temptation,
but deliver us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory.
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. The prayer for the power in Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Baruch Shah.
Baruch Shah.
Atananau.
Atananau.
Hakak.
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 Barapa'ah. Kamakala. Wakamanawa. Hakak. Latahor.
Latahor.
Hamatazarayim.
Latahor.
Hakak. Hakoyun.
Hakoyun.
Hamathi.
Hamathi.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Rakawa.
Arakawa.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Barashud.
Barashud.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Water Amon.
Throughout our month.
Right, the power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal
Power to heal.
all manner of sickness
All manner of sickness.
and all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the leper.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
Cast
In
them
the
out.
name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big. Blessed for Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Vayasharala.
Vayasharala.
Vahapaya.
Vahapaya.
Support.
Support.
Hashem
Hashem
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Throughout our month.
Bless Israel in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us
Bless
in
us.
Israel
In Israel.
and the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank
Thank you so big.
Blessed, so like the power of touch of blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Mayaka'ala. Wala Hayy.
Wala Hayy.
Tazap Ya'ah.
Tazap Ya'ah.
Alawap Ya'ah.
Alawap Ya'ah.
Alawap Ya'ah.
Alawap Ya'ah.
Hasarani.
Hasarani.
Hakwat Zayoyi.
Hakwat Zayoyi.
Kayoyi. Hakwafi.
Wakwati.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Tawada Amon.
Throughout our month.
Power structure blessing in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you,
And
Yahweh.
Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commanded General
Commander
YAHANNA.
General YAHANNA.
The general.
The general.
The captains.
Captain.
The officers.
Officers.
The troopers.
Troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big. Psalms 121 prayer in Hebrew. Asha'a.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahori.
Ahori.
Ayun.
Mayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isori.
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 Ain.
Ma'ain.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayon.
Shemayon.
Aratizah.
Aratizah.
Aratun.
Alithun.
Number
Namawat.
Galka.
Galka.
Alganawum.
Alganawum.
Morka.
Morka.
Anala'a.
Anala'a.
Anawum.
Yanawum.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yarishun.
Yarishun.
Shawamor.
Shawamor.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Zalka.
Alya.
Alya.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamum.
Yawamum.
Shamas.
Shamas.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Lakaka.
Wagarak.
Wagarak.
Layala.
Layala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Kalra.
Kalra.
Shamor.
Yashimor.
Atnas. Abnapaska.
I'm the pastor.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamor.
Yashimor.
Za'atka.
Za'atka.
Wa'aka.
Wa'aka.
Ma'athul.
My God.
God, I will look.
121st Psalm in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill.
I will lift up my eyes to the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help comes from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
You will
moved.
not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
Yahweh
hand.
is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by
nor
night.
the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all
from
evil.
all evil.
He shall preserve thy
He
soul.
shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going
Yahweh
out
shall preserve thy going
and
out
thy coming in
and thy coming
from
in.
this time forth
This time
and
forth.
even forevermore.
Need forevermore. Psalms 83 prayer in Hebrew. Al-Hayyub.
Al-Hayyub.
Al-Tamilaka.
Al-Tamilaka.
Al-Takarat.
Al-Takarat.
Al-Tashakwa.
Al-Tashakwa.
Al-Kayana. Abu-Yabika.
Abu-Yabika.
Hamad-Yawun.
Yahamad-Yawun.
Al-Aimika.
Al-Aimika.
Abu-Yumma.
Yahweh-Yumma.
Sawadah.
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 Wa'adah.
Al-Tasabah. Al-Tasapabunyaka.
Al-Tasabah.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Al-Kawa.
Akawa.
Wanakaki.
Wanakaki.
Goya.
Goya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Al-Zakor.
Yazakor.
Sham Yasharala.
Sham Yasharala.
Awadah.
Awadah.
Kayah.
Kayah.
Wa'atasabah.
Wa'atasabah.
Ba.
Ba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Ayaka.
Ahai.
Barya,
Barya,
Karatwa,
Yakaratwa,
Halia,
Oya,
Adawum,
Adawum,
Rashama Alia,
Rashama
Awaba,
Mawa,
Awagor,
Wagor,
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 Wahama Wood,
Wahama
Wahama Lot,
Wahama
Halashat,
Halashat,
Amishabi,
Amishabi,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Masha War,
Yamasha War,
Alawar,
Anawar,
Mum,
Naum,
Ayawar,
Ayawa,
Zawawad,
Zawawad,
the Bungalow,
Bungalow,
Salah,
Salah,
Shalahum,
Aishalaham,
Kamadi,
Kamadi,
Kasaya Sabah,
Kasayasa,
Kayabi,
Kayabi,
Wanaka,
Wanaka,
Kayashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nadaya Bawa,
Nadayatwa,
because of Abba, because of Abba. It's like I missed one. Nashamadu,
Nashamadwa,
Ayun Dara,
Dayandara, Kairak,
Dama,
Dama,
Ladama,
Ladama,
Sayadumwa,
Shayatwa,
Nadayabawa,
Nadayatwa,
Kairak,
Kairak,
because of Abba,
Wakazaba,
because of Abba,
Wakazaba,
because of Zaman Eye,
Wakazaba,
Nasiyapumwa,
Hold Nasir Kanwa,
Ashore,
Ashore,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Rashah,
Marisha,
Nawa,
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 Nahawa,
Alahayu,
Alahayun,
Alahayu,
Alahayun,
Dumwa,
Shayatwa,
Gagala,
Kadala,
Watch,
Kwash,
the Punya Babaka,
Apanyawaka,
Kaash, Saba Iriga Iriga,
Saba Iriga Iriga,
Wakala Ba,
Wakalaba,
Alaha,
Alahat,
Arayon,
Orion, Kad,
Tawadama,
Tawadatman,
Basa Iriga,
Basa Iriga,
Basaba Paka,
Wafasawa Pata,
Tabahalum,
Tabalam,
Malaha,
Mala'a,
Punyahum,
Panyaham,
Wala One,
Kwala One,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shumka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Bashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa, Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadai,
Wayatha, Shumka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Badka,
Labaka,
Ayamu,
Aliwa,
Ratsa.
Al-Kaharatata. Psalm 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies
For lo, thy enemies
make a tumult,
tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up their head. They
They
have taken crafty counsel against thy people
against thy
and
people.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy enemy.
They have said,
said,
come,
Come.
and let us cut them off.
Let us cut them
For being a
off.
nation,
Be the nation.
that the name of Israel
Israel.
may be no more remembered.
They will no more remember.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted
with one consent.
One consent.
They are confederate against thee.
Confederate
The tabernacles of Edom, and
Tabernacle of Eden.
the Ishmaelites
And
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
Haggereen.
Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek,
Yeah.
the Philistines,
Philistines.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
With them.
They have hope for the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah.
you unto them,
You want to
as
them.
unto the Midianites,
As in the
as
Midianites.
to Sisera,
Sarah.
as to Jabez,
As to Jabez.
at the brook of Kishon,
At the brook of Kishon.
which perished at Endor.
Said Endor.
They became a dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb
The nobles like
and
Oreb.
Axiom.
Yeah.
Yea,
Yeah.
all their princes,
All their princes.
as Zabbath
Zabbath.
and as Zalmunna,
Zalmunna.
who say,
Say,
let us take to ourselves
take for
the
ourselves
house of the Most High
the house of the Most High.
in possession.
Possession.
Oh, my power,
Like
make them like a wheel,
Like a wheel.
as a stubble before the wind,
Stubble before the wind.
as a fire burneth the wood,
Fire burns the
and as
wood.
the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
The mountains on fire.
So persecute them
Persecute
with
them.
thy tempests,
Make
and make them afraid
them afraid.
with thy storm.
Thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Shame.
that they may seek thy name.
Thy name.
O Yahweh,
Yahweh.
let them be
Let them
confounded
be confounded.
and trouble forever.
Trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea.
let them be put to
Let
shame
them be put to shame.
and perish,
And perish.
that men may know
They may know
that thou,
Yeah.
whose name alone
Whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
Most High.
of all you. Blessing for the curses, real quick. Akio. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you,
King
Yahweh,
of heaven and earth,
King of heaven
and
and
all
earth,
things living.
and all things
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahushua,
Yahweh.
listen to us now,
Now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses
Evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction
Punishment and destruction.
to the heathen
The heathen.
that speak against us,
Speak against us.
like prophets, the teachers,
The teachers.
the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brother.
and the schools.
And the schools.
Send evils and
Send
curses
evils and curses.
and punishment and
Punishment and
destruction
destruction.
to the heathen
The heathen.
and shake loose
shake loose
the treasures of the rich of
the
Israel
riches of Israel.
that refuse to give to the school.
Refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches
Force their riches
to enter into thy
enter
sanctuary.
into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses,
And evils and curses.
and punishment and
And
destruction
punishment and destruction.
to the
To
Edomites
the Edomites.
and the nation, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies,
Governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogue,
Amalek synagogue.
and armies,
And armies.
Roman Catholic
Roman
Church,
Catholic Church.
the Pope,
The Pope.
Islam,
Islam.
Christianity,
Christianity.
Egyptology,
Egyptology.
the militia,
The militia.
Ku Klux Klan,
Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads,
Skinhead.
Posse Comitatus,
Comitatus.
the gay movement,
The gay movement.
the lesbian
The
movement,
lesbian movement.
spies,
Spies.
workers of witchcraft,
Witchcraft.
NASA space program,
Space program.
Army, Navy,
Army, Navy.
Air Force, Marine,
Air Force Marine.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet
Open up the
and
internet.
the airwaves,
And the
the
airways.
cable access channels,
Cable access
the
channel.
radio channels.
Radio.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
Any of thy people
that seek to stop us
seeks to stop us.
and bring swift destruction
And bring swift
to
destruction
all the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in the way,
that stand in the way.
that try to stop us
Try to stop us.
from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet
Let
Earth.
loose all the
Let
plague,
loose all the plague.
cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth
through the earth.
and consume them.
Consume them.
Let the plague
Let the plague
take the house of the
take
thief
the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel,
come down with the flying
come down
saucer
with the flying sword
and punish all
and punish all
the heathen
the heathen
that come up against us
come against us.
as we speak thy
As we
word.
speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by
Cause
all
it to be known by all
that it is the
that it
angels
is the angels
that have done
that
it.
have done it.
Cause it to be
Cause it to
spread
be spread
through the
through
media,
the media,
through the whole
through the
world.
whole world.
Cause them to shake
Cause them to
at
shake
thy coming.
at thy coming.
In the name of
In the name of
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry, just need to turn. Get this, sorry. All right, Sisters Yeshabia, men of Israel, we're going to give each other a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, and Michael Shabbat, and Badu, Baruch, Yahweh, Yahushua, Yajabata, SARS means turn, face the sisters. Sisters, I Imagine Shabbat, keep your right hand clasped over your left, your feet at a 45-degree angle, and your head covered and bowed, and repeat the salute back to us. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Baruch, Yahweh, Shabbat, Adonai, Hashem, Yahushua. Yajabata, class dismissed. Any brother?